CTV News at 5 with Tony Rima and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Tony is off tonight. Sault Ste. Marie MPP Chris Scott has been expelled from the Conservative caucus after he was arrested on Sunday. Speaking earlier today, Ontario Premier Doug Ford deferred questions about the matter to local police.
I would go to the Sault Ste. Marie police. I was informed literally in the parking lot as we're going through here. And yeah, go to the Sault Ste. Marie police. I don't want to interfere in a police investigation.
Toronto police arrested Chris Scott following an investigation by Sault Police. The arrest stems from an incident on Friday. Scott has been charged with assault and assault with a weapon. He has been released on bail and will be back in court October 22nd. The case is being covered by a publication ban. None of the allegations have been proven in court, and Scott is considered innocent until proven guilty. Corey Nordstrom will have more on this story at 6 o'clock. Switching gears to the weather now. A cloudy, rainy day to mark this first day of fall. Will we see any sunshine this week? For that answer, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman.
No, not happening. We've got the chance of showers all week long, Amanda. Not until at least maybe next Monday, according to Environment Canada. So stick around for that 5-day forecast. And of course, our systems map indicates we've got a system that's hovering over the Sault Ste. Marie, Chapleau, and Wawa area. Now in the Sault, 15 to 25 millimeters of rain for tonight, 40 to 50 in Wawa and Chapleau. Of course, your first take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. We'll have the details, 5-day forecast. Amanda, coming up, back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. Greater Sudbury police have issued a warrant for the arrest of a suspect believed to be involved with the shooting death at an apartment complex in Sudbury. 26-year-old Romain Sam is wanted on 2 counts of second-degree murder after the shooting death of a 29-year-old man August 29th. Police say Sam should be considered armed and dangerous. A 23-year-old woman was arrested earlier this month in Toronto in connection to the case and was returned to Sudbury to face charges of accessory after the fact. The 23-year-old is still in custody. The city of Greater Sudbury is mourning the loss of Leo Gerard today. Gerard started his career at a nickel smelter in the city before rising through the ranks of the United Steelworkers Union. He was the longest-serving president of the USW, putting in 18 years in the role, and a workers' memorial in Sudbury was named in his honor. Gerard is survived by his wife of 56 years and by his daughters. Alana Everson will have reaction from the community in our 6 o'clock broadcast. A man has been arrested in Wikwemkong after barricading himself in a residence with a weapon over the weekend. Wikwemkong Tribal Police say they were called to the residence Saturday morning, where a 37-year-old man had entered the home and was holding the people inside at gunpoint. There were no injuries. However, the armed individual barricaded himself inside, making threats against the police on scene. The 37-year-old has been charged with 9 different offenses. One person has been arrested in connection to the fake bomb threat that was called into the Sault area hospital almost 2 weeks ago. On September 10th, someone called 911 around 9:15 p.m. claiming they had left a bomb at the hospital emergency. Protocols were activated at the hospital and officers determined the threat was fake, causing significant disruptions. At 2:30 this morning, a 34-year-old man was arrested in the 700 block of Wellington Street East after an investigation determined he was responsible for the threat. He faces multiple charges, including mischief, uttering threats, and failing to comply with a probation order. About 30 homes in Porquis Junction near Iroquois Falls were evacuated on Sunday due to an incident on the ONR rail line. The Iroquois Falls Fire Chief Dan Boucher says his department got the call when some workers heard propane leaking out of the rail tanker. The fire chief says response was quick. The ONR and propane company both sent officials within 90 minutes and people were sent home around 1:30 p.m. Boucher said the odorless gas was coming out of a cracked valve on top of the tank. Sault Ste. Marie Police and Crime Stoppers are looking for the public's assistance in a theft from earlier this month.
Do you recognize these individuals?
The two suspects are wanted in connection to the theft of 2,200 smoke detectors and a cassette smart switch from a business on White Oak Drive September 10th. The two suspects fled the scene driving a gray Ford F-150. Anyone with information is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. Sudbury police are investigating a serious collision from Friday night. Their preliminary investigation suggests a 16-year-old motorcyclist was traveling southbound on Municipal Road 84 when it collided with a northbound pickup truck that was making a left-hand turn. The team was taken to hospital with serious life-threatening injuries. The 16-year-old remains in critical but stable condition. Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. But first, we head to Timmins for a live shot of City Hall. It's 21 degrees. More news is just ahead.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Fall has officially arrived. Checked in around 2:20 earlier this afternoon, and with it, lots of shower activity for the Northeast. We've got, well, some rain in Chapleau, Wawa, and Sault Ste. Marie. 40 to 50 millimeters in Chapleau and Wawa for tonight. Sault Ste. Marie about 15 to 25, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll take a look at your 5-day forecast numbers here momentarily. So again, chance of showers, risk of showers all week long. Sorry to start off fall like this. Here we go. Sudbury Nickel Belt, chance of showers for tomorrow, Wednesday at 60%, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So pick your percentages. Take a look at your temperatures. 19, 20, 21, 20, and 21. Even your evenings are not that cool compared to what we experienced on Friday and Saturday. Meanwhile, in the Sioux and Algoma, chance of showers, risk of a thunderstorm for tomorrow. 60% chance of showers Wednesday, Thursday at 30, Friday at 30, and Saturday at 40. Your temperatures again in that 19-20 degree range, slightly above normal for this time of the year. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of showers all week long, 30% for no less than 4 consecutive days, bumped up to 60% on Saturday. Your temperatures 18, 20, 23, and 19 by Saturday. So again, all above normal, warmer weather. But again, lots of precipitation to kick off the fall season. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, chance of showers for all week long, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 30%, 40%, 30%, again 30% and 60%. And your temperatures pretty well similar to the rest of the Northeast at 19, 20, and 21. And a look right now at North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of showers again, 30%, 60% on Wednesday, 30% Thursday, Friday, and 40% on Friday. Your temperatures 20 and 21. I never promised you a rose garden, Amanda Hicks. We've got rain in the forecast, and it looks like we've got it all week long. Back to you.
That's all right. We're still seeing some mild temperatures. I'm okay with that. Thanks, Rick. The government of Ontario is investing over $5 million to protect workers and jobs in the forest sector. Associate Minister of Forestry and Forest Products Kevin Holland made the announcement in the Sioux today, saying the investment will include $5 million under the Forest Biomass Program's innovative bioproduct manufacturing funding stream to help wood products manufacture e-com, install equipment and technology for AI screening. The project will increase production capacity by 12%, reduce wood waste by 25%, and reduce emissions by 21%.
Program is really to incentivize some private sector investment into the sector as we deal with the increased uncertainties created by the duties and tariffs that are being imposed by the United States government. You know, most recently we've seen that increase in duties go up to just over 36%, which is having impact on the sector, obviously. So investments like the one today are designed to help navigate through those challenging times.
It'll give them better tools to help work safely, help to encourage more utilization of the lumber we use, reduce the waste that goes out, and just help us to get more product out to our customers.
The investment also includes $475,000 to equip North Shore Forest Inc. to complete vital repairs to the Wobegon River Bridge, approximately 120 kilometers north of Thessalon. The French River Fire Department has donated some of its equipment to Cambrian College in Sudbury. The French River Fire Department recently upgraded some of its equipment and had tools it hasn't used in over 2 years. The tools were donated to students in the pre-service firefighter education and training program at Cambrian to use for auto extrication. The report detailing the specifics of the donation was presented to Council last week.
The donation value is $5,000. This equipment is going to be valuable for them to learn skills during their school year, and it will greatly benefit them when they go for certification in the next year to pursue their career in firefighting, and it's specialized for them.
The equipment was donated to Cambrian last month. Coming up on CTV News at 5, a baker from our region is competing on the national stage. Details next. The DIY Community Health Mutual Aid site is now open and helping those in need in Timmins. As CTV's Lydia Chubak reports, it's a place where people can get some of their basic needs met, like showering and getting laundry done.
Over the past couple of years, DIY Community Health Timmins has been working to create this mutual aid site that once used to be a place where people went to bottle wine. Renovations included shower and laundry facilities, as well as a kitchen, living room, and offices. Jason Sarita says he's proud to say it's community built.
Businesses, local people coming together, not only to provide sponsorships and funding to, buy the things that we need, but also do the renovations, do the plumbing, install the HVAC. All of that was done by community and through sponsorships. Not to say we don't want funding, and we're definitely, looking for that support from different levels of government.
Open from 9 to 3 Monday to Friday, it's where Sarita says people can feel safe while they get cleaned up and access food. Erickson DeMello says the volunteers are friendly. He comes to do his laundry and eat.
They have fridge, they have a TV, they have shower, so anybody welcome can access it, and it's a very friendly space. I encourage people to come and avail it, to see it.
The site has recently also undergone an artistic transformation.
I think we were lucky that we had Meek available to help do this work for us, but it really just feeds into the intent of the space, which is, a bright, warming, welcoming atmosphere.
Sarita hopes to eventually extend operating hours to include evenings and weekends. He adds beginning in October, a new partnership will launch with the Canadian Addiction Treatment Centres to provide a weekly clinic and outreach. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Sudbury's Planning Committee meeting today saw some residents concerned about the proposed rezoning of a property in the community of Minnow Lake. The proposed plan by a city planner was requesting that the low-density zoning be readjusted to medium density, demolishing the current structure and building 3 buildings containing 28 apartments each. Councillor Bill Leduc deferred the motion to the next meeting in October, which the committee unanimously voted in favor of. However, many residents in Minnow Lake feel the location of the proposed apartments is risk to public safety.
It poses a lot of risks to neighbors, and not just the residents in the neighborhood, but also from people commuting all through Sudbury. It's on a double S curve. It's a location where there's been accidents.
I'm not opposed to the developing. I'm opposed to the location of this development. So, and the petitions, 8% of people in that 6th Street area alone have all signed.
How much housing does Minnow Lake actually need? Again, I can't reiterate that I want to make sure that we're building properly in Minnow Lake and not overbuilding and then having all these vacant places.
Community members have collected approximately 160 signatures on 2 petitions. A shift worker turned baker from Northern Ontario will showcase his skills during a televised national competition. Ryan Gridzak from Sault Ste. Marie will be a contestant on the Great Canadian Baking Show, hoping to earn the prestigious title of Star Baker. Gridzak began baking during the pandemic and became known for sharing treats with his steel mill colleagues and his family. The show has since wrapped up filming, and Gridzak says he was grateful to be a part of it.
The experience, the people, the environment, you know, how we were treated as you know, the cast was amazing. Just being able to be on the other side of the show that I've always watched, get to see behind the scenes, get to actually go through the stressful but fun process was awesome.
Gridzak's signature dish is a burnt Basque cheesecake and says he hopes to one day bake for actors Keanu Reeves or Pedro Pascal. The Great Canadian Baking Show airs next month. The Sudbury Wolves kicked off their home opener with a street party on Friday night. The Howlapalooza party took place on Gray Street outside the arena before the big game. Dozens turned out for live music, games, bouncy castles, face painting, and free ice cream. The event was free for all fans. And while the Wolves put on a good show, the troops walked away with the victory Friday night in overtime. Ryder Callie opened the scoring for the battalion and closed it a minute 12 into OT to clinch a 4-3 victory. And the Greyhounds weren't able to pick up the win on their home opener either, falling 5-3 to the Saginaw Spirit. On Sunday, the Sudbury Wolves took on the Niagara Ice Dogs, allowing 5 unanswered goals until late in the third period, losing 5-1 on the road. The Greyhounds had a much better showing for their second home game than their first. Soon netminder Landon Miller faced 38 shots, allowing only 2 goals against for a 5-2 victory. There were 10 games in the NOJHL over the weekend. Hearst Lumberjacks start the week at the top of the standings, but the Powassan Voodoos are the only team undefeated with a 3-0 record. The Cubs may be sitting in 8th, but they had a decisive 9-0 victory Saturday over the French River Rapids. Nolan Newton scored a hat trick and ended the night with 5 points. Meanwhile, the Timmins Rock had an 8-5 victory over the Sioux Eagles Sunday. No repeat goal scorers for Timmins, showing a real team effort. When we return, your community close-up. You're watching First at 5.
Well, it all comes down to this. We're in the final week of Pure Country's Grand in Your Hand. $1,000. One more prize of it's still up for grabs, but you have to be listening for the cues to text, Coop.
Yeah, it's so easy. Weekdays in the morning between 8 and 9, and then in the afternoons between 4 and 5. You hear that cue to text. You've got to text the word grand followed by your full name to 54321. And just like that, you have a chance at winning $1,000. It could not be easier.
Yeah, you'll be a qualifier, but this is the last week with that final $1,000 winner being announced on Monday. It's all brought to you by Natalie Vinecourt, realtor with Century 21 Select Realty. And Coop, we got to get excited because we got another promotion. We can't say too much about it just yet, but it's coming up right on the doorstep after Grand in Your Hand.
We can say it's going to be awesome.
We can say it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. It's going to be really, really good. But you've got to be listening next week for those details.
So what's it going to be? You'll have to wait and see. Remember to keep that dial locked on 91.7 FM. Listen to Pure Country, like I said, on the dial, or completely free at purecountry917.ca and on the totally free iHeartRadio app.
For our first community close-up, we head south to Killarney. DJ Davidson sent us this photo over the weekend. I love to see those bright fall colors, and I love the mirroring effect on the water. Thanks so much, DJ. Next, we head to Barbers Bay near Timmins. Robert Armstrong captured this shot of the moon and the northern lights. What a clear night it was. Thanks for that. And we stay in Timmins for our last community close-up. Christine Adamson was up bright and early Saturday morning and got this picture of fog at Hersey Lake. Eerily beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Christine. And we do have some breaking news to report. Highway 69 has been closed in both directions between Station Lane in Britt and Magnetawan River Road because of a truck rollover. We'll have more on that at 6 o'clock. But finally for us tonight, over the weekend there was a unique dodgeball tournament between police, fire and municipal leaders and a group of homeless people. It was all about raising awareness of the initiatives to help the unhoused and build stronger relationships. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Get on! The teams are off and the battle begins.
He's going down!
It's the backpacks versus the badges.
Come on, Derek!
In a dodgeball matchup unlike any other.
The cops and the homies compete in dodgeball, which doesn't usually happen with the police.
No More Tears West Nipissing was approached by one of their clients about the idea to bridge gaps between the homeless community and police, as interactions between the two groups are often fraught with fear.
That every time they have any communication with the police, that they're being arrested or they're being questioned. Our OPP are amazing here. It shows that the police are our friends.
Balls were slung from both sides unrelentingly, with victory shared by each team.
Our job goes beyond just patrolling and calls for service. It's about integrating officers with the community and knowing that, we're there for everyone.
No More Tears is no stranger to a surge in small-town homelessness. Last year, there were 30 people on the streets. Now there's over 50.
Last year, we did a motel initiative with DSAB. DSAB paid for some rooms. We're trying to get that again, trying to get 9 rooms this year, which would house 18 people.
The friendly tournament raised $2,500 in donations from the Royal Canadian Legion and from proceeds from the Brigadeiros Brazilian Suites. Money raised goes back to the No More Tears Hub, where the homeless visit for meals and a safe place to go.
We can get them showers. The showers are $4.50. We do their laundry. That's $9.50 a load, and buy food.
We wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Showing a little fun and games can bring a community closer together. Eric Tashner, CTV News, Sturgeon Falls.
Looks like it was a fun event for a great cause. There's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.